I have made it to Schleswig. This area of Germany was once part of Denmark, and the tiny town of Schleswig was home to one of the largest Viking settlements. Gorgeous fields, grand buildings, and a dramatic cathedral all add to Schleswig's modern appeal as a little known but well worth visiting European destination. I only had 24 hours here, but I wanted to make the most of it. Now, Schleswig is the namesake of the state of Germany, Schleswig-Holstein. Although it's the namesake, it is actually only a town with about 27,000 people. However, it is quite a spread out town and there's not a huge amount of public transport links. So I'm having to do quite a lot of walking today, just having to be quite organised with where I go when. So I'm just walking to the Viking Museum, but it's about a half-hour walk from the station. Then I've got to work out how I get into the town centre, but that's a problem for in about an hour's time. And I've just got the lunch queens here, couscous wrap and a packet of pombears, which I'm going to eat on the go, I think. I am slightly concerned because the pavement does run out right here. But there's enough of a bank that I should be able to walk. We shall see. I made it. Walking here from the Schleswig bus station is not that easy. I did notice actually there was a much better pedestrian path on the other side of the road, so I will walk along that on the way back. But by the time I realised I'd have to cross over and then cross over again. Most important thing that you need to know about Schleswig is that it actually used to be part of Denmark. Obviously this was all very Viking and you can feel it a bit culturally. So the reason I've walked half an hour along quite a difficult road is because there is a Viking museum here, but it's not in the centre. It's where an old Viking settlement once was. So I'm just walking down this path now and hopefully I'll be able to see some old Viking houses and go into the museum. That's better. Right, I've arrived at the museum. I have a ticket and an English leaflet to guide me around. And it starts up there. Unfortunately, the houses are not open, apparently. So the name of this place is Haithabu in German, but it's Hedeby in Danish. And it was established in the 8th century. And then it grew to become the most important town in Northern Europe, which is wild, really, when you think about it. Like, it's barely known outside of Germany and Denmark, probably. So this was because of its position. So it is at the narrowest part of the Jutland Peninsula. During the age of the Vikings, it was really important to get from the Baltic to the North Sea. But to go all the way around, you'd have to go past this quite dangerous cape. So what they did instead was they went to the narrowest point, which was right here, and went through the fields and then traversed a little bit of land, and that was much safer. So that is why here became such an important town. I just glanced through this door and I thought it went back to reception, and that was the lady sitting at the reception desk. It's actually a model of a longship. That was super interesting. So I had no idea that one of the most important Viking settlements was literally here. It's a shame that the Viking houses weren't open, but apparently they're not open in the winter. I'm going to walk toward the cathedral now, and actually when I leave here I'll be able to see it over the other side of the water, but I've got to walk all the way around. I've got 2 hours in total. It will take me about an hour to walk there, but I might try and pop into the City Museum to see the Christmas market. So this is what I should have known earlier. There is actually a crossing here, so I can go over to the side of the road that has a nice pavement. Let's see if it works. All right. It's a 70-kilometre road and there's just this random traffic light that, I mean, it only really works when pedestrians press it, but that makes a lot of sense because this pub is on this side of the road, the museum is on the other, and it's quiet today, but I think this does get quite busy in the summer, and this means I can walk on the nice side of the road on the way back. This So this is the wild thing about Schleswig. As I said, 27,000 people, so not many at all. Look at the size of its cathedral. Schleswig is named after this fjord, which is the Schles, and the city centre is on the other side of the fjord, so I've got to walk all around the other side.
Schleswig has a large town museums with exhibitions all about the area, although when I visited, a Christmas craft market was on, so I wasn't able to see all of them.
As I mentioned earlier, Schleswig was a part of Denmark for most of its history. I am just walking towards a castle here called Schloss Gottorp, and this is a 16th century castle. It was built for the Danish dukes who resided here. Actually, there was a castle on this site since the 12th century, but this building dates to the 16th. Let's go and have a little look. So this was actually the seat of the Duchy of Schleswig, which was then part of the Kingdom of Denmark. And it remained a very important building until the 17th century, when it was damaged during a war with Denmark and Sweden. Nowadays, it sits on an area of land that's known as Museum Island, and it actually houses the Schleswig-Holstein State Museum. So it's home to a range of exhibitions about the culture and history of this part of Germany. Unfortunately, I don't really have time to pop in, as I do want to get to the cathedral before it closes. But something that I would have really liked to see is the Gottorp globe, which is a 17th century globe that is supposed to be particularly impressive. So if you come to Schleswig and check out the museum, let me know what the globe's like. It's only just 3 o'clock and sunset is starting to happen. Does look beautiful though. I am getting Reykjavik vibes looking over there at that cathedral. And oh, this sunset glow is spectacular. We'll ignore the fact that it's mid-afternoon, it's going to be dark soon. This is a lovely little park on the way to the cathedral. I'm nearly there. Everything is Viking themed here, even the kids' play parks. We're nearly there. Woohoo! So this stained glass window and engravings right at the front of the church is really quite something. I don't think photos really do it justice. What a sunset. Ah! Look at this.
I'm all checked into my little room in Schleswig. It's actually really cute. I will show you around in a moment, but I really didn't fancy going out again. So I ordered a curry from German Just Eat. Now, I have had curries in Germany before, and I always find them to be incredibly mild. So I did ask for this one. There was an option to have it very hot. So let's see how hot they actually have done it. So obviously I could only order like one curry because there's only one of me. Normally my partner and I get a few things to share. So this is a paneer tanta? Something like that. Spicier, definitely. I wouldn't call that very spicy, but it's an okay level. I'm going to eat my curry and then I'll check back. So this is what 60 euros gets you in a small town in Germany. I booked this about a month ago and I did have a little look online and it did say if I'd booked today, it would have cost me £120, so like 140 euros. So it pays sometimes to book in advance. So this is the room. Ooh, oh no, my apple. I got given an apple was left on my bed, but it's just fallen on the floor, so I'm going to have to give it a wash. Right. This is the room. Ow! Oh. Oh. I'm back. I think I'm all right. Ugh. You know when you're just not expecting it and it really... Anyway, I'm all right. Right, so this is the bed. I'm going to go over this side now. So only booked a single room, and I didn't realise it actually has a rather narrow single bed. Like, this is much narrower than a single bed in the UK. Like, sort of, I don't quite know how to measure it. For reference, I'm 5'3", so it's like, I'm very wary of that now. It's not wide, but it's fine for me. Then let me turn you around. This is the desk with a kettle, flat screen TV. Then there's plugs down here. This is the bedside table. This is the offending beam. Not good. This is like the little hallway area. And a shoehorn. I noticed one of these in my hotel in Lübeck as well. Bathroom wise, we've got this area here which doesn't have a door. And this just has the sink. And then this is the shower. I've not looked at it actually. Oh, that looks like a pretty nice shower. And then through here is the toilet. So that's literally just the toilet. This is about a 10-minute walk from the town centre. And it was all self-check-in, strangely. The keys were in a safe box in the next door car park. So it was a bit random, but actually it worked out fine. They sent me a lot of instructions, which were a bit overwhelming at first, but actually they were quite easy to follow and everything was where it said it would be. So I don't think this was a very bad deal. Like always, I will put the link in my description. So if you are planning on coming to Schleswig and fancy checking it out, then you can find it there. Apparently these are really common of the coast of Germany. You rent them out for a day and just sit in them, and they offer shade and wind protection. Not that I or anyone else would be going to the beach at the moment because it is bloody freezing. Right, good morning. I am just walking to Schleswig station. As per my video yesterday, I am walking there. I haven't yet worked out a better way to get around Schleswig, or just under an hour till my train leaves. It's about a 40-minute walk. And then I will be boarding a train and leaving Germany. I'll end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it's been a good introduction to this interesting town in the north of Germany. It is somewhere that really surprised me. And if you're passing through on your way to Denmark, like I'm doing, I would recommend visiting. If you're sticking around, I recommend watching this video about another place in Germany that I loved. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!